In this video, I'm going to explain a bit about how this test works and what feedback you will get once you've completed the test. The score you get at the end in your personalised report will reflect the score you would get in the real test if you were to do it now. Additionally, in the report we will give you an idea of your strengths and weaknesses, and if you need to do any other preparation. Once you've signed up for the test, we explain what to do in more detail, so don't worry about that. Let me explain what it means to practice under test conditions and why we ask you to do that. We want to simulate the real test so that you get used to practicing under those conditions. So we use time restrictions, such as 1 hour for the reading or 10 minutes to transfer your answers in the listening section. If you took longer to do any of the sections, you would probably get a better score. But, however, it would not give you a realistic idea of the score you would get in the real test. We also ask you to do the test on paper, not on a computer screen. Again, this is the case for most of you. In the real test, you need to get used to writing on paper, making sure the examiner can read your handwriting, for example. At the end of the test, you can upload your answer sheets for the reading, listening and writing, and your speaking recording, which you record on your phone, for example, for our feedback. So that the feedback is personalised to you, you need to tell us what score you need. Now I'll talk you through a report. This student did the mock test and the real test a month later after preparation. As you can see, he needed a 6.5 overall with at least a 6 in each part. Here you can see the results he got in the mock test. For the listening, 5.5 and 5.5 for the reading. And for those two sections, I will give you an exact score, a band score. But for the speaking and the writing, it's different as we aren't allowed to give you scores outside the test situation. So we use a more detailed method of feedback with Smileys for each of the criteria the examiner uses. The Smileys are given according to the score you need. So in this case, a 6.5. In the real test, you will just get one result for your writing and one for your speaking. Here we give you much more detail. If your writing or speaking is good enough for a 6.5, then you get a happy smiley. If it's about half a band score below, then you would get a smiley with a flat face. And a sad smiley if you'd get less than one band score below what you need. In this case, his writing wasn't good enough for a 6.5, and the explanation is here. This shows you what areas you need to work on in order to improve your scores, and we use the same band descriptors as the examiner does. This is what we would teach you in the preparation course. His speaking was also not quite good enough for a 6.5. After you have the report, you can decide what you need to do, and we can take some time to discuss your options. In this case, as he wasn't good enough to be able to do the real test and get the score he needed, he had to go through the whole preparation course. After the preparation course, he got a 6.5 in the writing and speaking and a 7 in the reading and listening, so you can see how much it helped.